Huff on the draw up against Billings, and again the Wildcats. Last week's games, good to have him back in the lineup. Took that high stick to the face a month and a half ago. But it comes into Villegas. Villegas one-on-one looking for Nell. It goes wide. Back into Wells in behind the net. Back into Villegas. Back into Villegas again. He has the puck. Good save from Bray. Back to Villegas. Good save again from Bray. Huff plays it back into Wells. Wells on that loose puck. Still down into the corner. One-on-one with Villegas, goes wide. Good off the post on the way in. Looked like Bray got just a touch on it. Now it comes back into Huff. He goes wide on that toe drag. Gets it through on the Mar, but again, 12:57 on the clock. Big save from Bray on the way in. Plays it off the boards. A quick exit play from the Wildcats. That's when they're effective, when you get the puck out of their zone quickly. So it comes through and Bray makes that save. Solid goaltending from Will Bray right at the top of the paint. Back into Smith. He goes across into Bebris. Goes wide. Nice transition from Bebris across into Johnson. Back into Bullis. Goes wide. Deflected on the way in. Big rebound. And Lawrence picks that puck up. Back down low to Wells. Wells has that puck turn over to Ferrara. And again, you see that play right there. He turns that puck over. Knows exactly where the net is. Quick transition up to the cross on the far side. Back into Wells. Good strong pass. Tape to tape. Goes through the middle, back into Wells. Look at that, give and go, they go wide. Great save by Bray on the way in. Watch the positioning of Bray on the way through. Doesn't leave his place, good technical goaltender. He's got great shape from the shoulder wall. Forward, Bebris now drops back to the blue line. Back to Bebris, Bray plays it off into the corner. Back out to Bebris again. Gets closed down by Clark Pizzo, still at the blue line. Back into Bebris. They come back through into Sari. Sari's got Lawrence going to the front of the net. Dangerous situation for the Wildcats. Goal on the way through from Lawrence at the blue line. Problems onto yourself, but right now you watch. 3 Peterborough players, but Lawrence, he knows the drill. Just get to the front of the net. Good execution on the way through, but it's a turnover the blue line that will cost you every time. But if you watch Lawrence right now, puts the burners on the forehand, drives it through. Just his positioning in the net. As the Wildcats start with the Nell line, Van den Meraker, Villegas, and Nell. Back up to Van den Meraker, they go wide. Goes through the crease. Still Bandak though, good save on the goal from Villegas on the way through. Quick play from behind the net. Thought Bray got a touch on the way through, but it's the fast hands from Van den Meraker and behind the net, and Villegas here with Van den Meraker and behind the net. Villegas' ball attracts the play. Knows are the dangers, but watch his stick. As it comes through, quick release, can't pick that puck up. Thorpe's got his man right now. You see Thorpe right now, but he's going to push up high. He comes through, and you watch Villegas' stick goes right through, gets it in behind. Billings chasing it down. Back at her front, big rebound, good save on the way through by Bray, got a glove on it. Wells, dangerous pass, but they move it quick. Back into Bradley along with Villegas. They got Van den Meraker on the far side. You knew where that pass was going to go through into now. Great back check from Huff on the way through. So it's vitally important where you finish in the standings. Back into Bradley. Bradley goes off the ball after play. Back into Wells. He comes back into Bradley again through the middle. Turnover, and Huff picks up that puck. Back into Wells, and he puts it in the second, third, fourth gear right now as he gains the offensive zone. Back to Van den Meraker. That's what the Wildcats did right at the end of that second period. Scored right off the hop. Goes back into Lackinen using that toe drag across into Huff. He goes wide. Back into Van den Meraker. They got 2. Villegas is late, but he's picked up by Wells. Goes wide. Goal! Tic-tac-toe. 19:27 and Van den Meraker from that pass into Nell. The script is the exact same. Same again here. You watch the play develop. Everybody's thinking he's going to go wide to Villegas, but back to Nell, back to Van den Meraker. No chance for Bray to make that save. When the attack on the 3, Ferrara's going to come across into the middle, but as much as possible, they want to get dump-ins. If you see off that forecheck, turnover from Kinnison goes wide. Still down low for Bebris. Bebris on that loose puck. He gets closed down by Sari. Through to Nell. Back to Van den Meraker. He's got Villegas on the far side. Van den Meraker throwing that puck back to Bebris. Couldn't get that puck away. Looking for the short time. Back into Robson. Tees it up. Back to Robson again. Then the Wildcats break free. 3-on-1 now. They come Brandon Maracker and Nell. Nell winds it up off the bar. Back out to Godfrey through the middle for Griffiths. Griffiths is going to go alone. 1-on-1 goes wide. Backhand goes wide on that play. Couldn't get the shot away. Back around into Van den Maracker. Van den Maracker up onto the blue line. Drives it wide. Isolated down into the corner. They come wide. Drop pass goes wide. Big save from Bray. So face off with Nell up against Lawrence. Big draw. Comes back out to the point. Still stays inside. Puck gets through. Goes wide. And that's going to bring an end to this game at the Link Center. Swindon Wildcats 2,